They doing
No,
this
not
to
at
her,
all.
Or are they making her like?
No, they're
making
doing
her
this to
soft?
you.
Exactly. It's a big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Hello, lover, or leave it does not apply. It's
Right,
like,
yes.
I wish they
Talk
had
about it,
because
yeah.
we'll talk about it later. But the feeling, the lead up,
Yes.
the rice, the shrimp in the hat,
Yes.
they were kind of just living their lives. I thought it was very. You've heard this a lot, but I thought it's like when the great left New York Magazine, Sean,
Yes.
right?
When Sarah Jessica Parker was asked about Lauren Sanchez's jaw-dropping Vogue wedding cover, her face said it all. She didn't scream, she didn't roll her eyes, she didn't have to. A split-second pause, an awkward laugh, and a carefully worded response, "I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's beautiful." That was enough to set social media on fire, because this wasn't just a comment. This was Sarah Jessica Parker, fashion royalty, reacting to the sudden rise of Lauren Sanchez, now Mrs. Bezos, gracing the cover of one of the most iconic fashion magazines in the world. And for many watching, it wasn't just awkward, it felt like something unspoken was bubbling under the surface. Was it subtle shade, a genuine surprise, or a quiet jab wrapped in politeness? The clip went viral almost instantly. Fans zeroed in on Sarah's body language, her eyebrows lifted ever so slightly, her lips pulled into a tight smile, and that hesitant laugh that didn't quite reach her eyes. It was the kind of reaction that made viewers stop and rewind again and again. It wasn't just what she said, it was what she didn't say. She could have praised the dress. She could have complimented the cover. Instead, she chose her words with surgical precision. "I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's beautiful." That one line sent people into speculation mode. Was she trying to be diplomatic? Was she caught off guard? Or was she quietly expressing how a lot of old-school fashion insiders feel about Lauren Sanchez's sudden leap into high society stardom? But if you thought the words were subtle, her body language told an entirely different story. It didn't take long for internet sleuths to pounce. Frame by frame, they dissected Sarah's reaction like a crime scene. Her eyes widened just enough to suggest surprise but not quite admiration. Her smile, polite, tight, and gone in a flash. And then there was the laugh, nervous, airy, and clearly calculated. Fans started posting slow-motion clips, adding dramatic music, zoom-ins, and side-by-side comparisons of past interviews. Twitter and TikTok lit up with theories. That was a soft drag. She said everything with her face. SJP is the queen of silent judgment. Some argued she was just being careful. Not everyone wants to publicly weigh in on another celebrity's Vogue cover, especially one as headline-grabbing as Lauren's. But others were convinced this was intentional. Not aggressive, not rude, just a masterclass in subtle shade. Because in Hollywood, silence isn't neutral. It's a message. And Sarah's message, whether she meant it or not, was being broadcast loud and clear. But why did Lauren Sanchez's Vogue cover cause such a stir in the first place? Lauren Sanchez's Vogue cover wasn't just a wedding photo, it was a full-blown statement. Draped in high-fashion bridal couture, glowing from head to toe, and surrounded by the kind of glamour reserved for royalty, the shoot was bold, unapologetic, and divisive. Some people saw it as iconic, a powerful woman owning her new chapter, stepping into the spotlight with confidence. But others, they weren't buying the fairy tale. Critics slammed the cover as over the top, performative, and painfully self-indulgent. The fact that it came on the heels of her lavish wedding to Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, only made the backlash louder. Comments poured in. What exactly did she do to deserve a Vogue cover? Is this fashion, or just billionaire PR? Even longtime Vogue readers were split. Was this a celebration of love and success, or just a flashy display of wealth trying to pass as style? And that's what made Sarah's reaction so loaded. She wasn't just reacting to a pretty picture. She was responding to the entire idea of Lauren Sanchez being the face of Vogue, a platform once reserved for fashion legends, not tabloid regulars. And when you compare the two women side by side, it gets even more interesting. Sarah Jessica Parker and Lauren Sanchez couldn't be more different, and that difference is part of what made this moment so charged. SJP, a longtime fashion icon, is known for her understated elegance, timeless style, and a career built on decades of critically acclaimed work. She embodies classic Hollywood glamour with a refined touch. Lauren Sanchez, on the other hand, has a very different story. A former TV reporter turned billionaire's wife, she burst into the public eye with all the glitz, drama, and media buzz that comes with marrying Jeff Bezos. Her style is bold, glamorous, and unapologetically flashy, a stark contrast to Sarah's low-key sophistication. For many, this wasn't just about a magazine cover, it was a clash of worlds. The polished legacy of Sarah Jessica Parker meeting the fast-lane, high-profile life of Lauren Sanchez. And that clash, it was palpable. Fans and commentators started to wonder, was Sarah's awkward response a reflection of personal taste? Or was it a subtle commentary on Hollywood's ever-present and spoken hierarchy where history, legacy, and earned respect still matter? And speaking of legacy, Sarah's relationship with Vogue is a story all on its own. Sarah Jessica Parker isn't new to the Vogue spotlight. Over the years, she's graced its pages multiple times, often with the personal touch of Anna Wintour herself, the queen of fashion editors. For Sarah, Vogue isn't just a magazine. It's a symbol of her hard-earned place in the fashion world, a recognition of her influence and timeless style. Lauren Sanchez's sudden leap onto the Vogue cover just after marrying Jeff Bezos felt, to some, like a fast track into a club many spend years trying to join. To longtime Vogue enthusiasts and fashion insiders, it raised questions. Is this about legacy or privilege? Earned respect or headline power? This isn't just celebrity gossip, it's about the way Hollywood and high fashion often blur lines between achievement and status. For stars like Sarah, who built their reputations with consistent work and iconic roles, seeing a new face suddenly claim a Vogue cover can feel like a disruption. It's that tension, the clash between earned legacy and bold new arrivals, that makes Sarah's reaction more than just awkward. It's a snapshot of a shifting celebrity culture, but maybe there's more to the story, something we don't see when the cameras are rolling. Live TV is unpredictable. Even the most polished celebrities can get caught off guard by a question or a moment that suddenly feels loaded. Sarah Jessica Parker's reaction might not be a calculated statement at all. It could simply be a natural, human response to an unexpected topic. In interviews like these, stars often try to stay diplomatic and avoid controversy, especially when talking about fellow celebrities. Sometimes a pause, a laugh, or a vague compliment is just a way to keep things light and steer clear of drama. Of course, viewers watching at home rarely see the pressure behind the scenes, the tight schedules, the nerves, the split-second decisions on how to respond. What looks like shade might just be hesitation or surprise. Still, in the age of social media, nothing slips by unnoticed. Every facial expression, every tone, and every awkward pause is dissected and debated endlessly. But that hasn't stopped fans from spinning theories about what really went down. Once the clip hit the internet, fans and meme makers wasted no time. TikTok videos dissected every micro-expression, Twitter exploded with hot takes, and Instagram stories filled up with side-by-side comparisons. Some viewers crowned Sarah Jessica Parker the queen of subtle shade, praising her for delivering a masterclass in quiet disapproval. Others argued she was simply caught off guard and urged people to give her a break. Memes comparing this moment to famous celebrity feuds like the iconic tension between Sarah and Kim Cattrall started popping up, adding fuel to the fire. The internet thrives on drama, and this awkward reaction became prime material. But beyond the jokes and theories, it sparked a bigger conversation. How do celebrities handle questions about their peers, especially when underlying rivalries or social dynamics are at play? No matter the truth behind that moment, it reminded everyone just how closely the world watches even the smallest flicker of expression. So what can we really take away from all this? Celebrity moments like Sarah Jessica Parker's awkward reaction are never just about one sentence or one look. They're snapshots of a complex world where image, history, and unspoken rules collide, whether it was subtle shade, genuine surprise, or just a nervous pause. That tiny moment sparked huge conversations about legacy, status, and how stars navigate each other's spotlight. In Hollywood, everything is amplified, and sometimes what's left unsaid speaks the loudest. So next time you see a hesitant smile or a quick laugh on live TV, remember, it might just be awkwardness. Or it might be a carefully guarded message hidden in plain sight. What do you think? Was Sarah Jessica Parker throwing shade or just caught off guard? Drop your thoughts below. This story isn't over yet.